Hi guys, I am here at the Bible study. I hope you're having a good night. Let me start with some cheesy jokes.
Oh, come on, you already done that.
That was for the Bible reading.
You don't need it for the Bible study.
Watch. You'll laugh. These ones are work jokes. Okay, let's see here. Is this all the same joke? I don't put the person's name. I don't think it is, but okay. Okay, first one. What starting salary are you looking for? The head of human resources asked a newly graduated engineer at the end of a job interview. Going for it, the guy says, well, sir, I was thinking about $125,000, depending on the benefits package. Okay, the HR director says, how about 5 weeks vacation, 14 paid holidays, full medical and dental 100% company match for the 401k, and a Porsche for your company car? Whoa. The engineer gasps and says, wow, are you kidding? Yeah, he replies, but you started it. I thought, I never heard of that. That's crazy. Yeah, because he thought it was a joke, him asking for $125,000. Porsche would cost more now, I'm sure. Wouldn't it, sure? Okay, don't you think that's stupid? Those high prices for those cars. I don't know why people buy such expensive ones like that. It's crazy. I mean, like, why are they so expensive? Okay, the next one is by David Goring. Dave irritated everyone in our office. Whether it was the tone of his voice or his condescending attitude, we all steered clear. You guys know somebody like that? I think we all do it, like especially when you're at work. He must have suspected he was annoying because he asked a coworker, why does everybody take an instant dislike to me? Larry responded, it saves time. So we don't go to fool with you. That's rude. Ain't funny, that's rude. Okay, and the last one for today is by Mike Wilkerson. Asked about the kind of job he wanted, an applicant at our tax management company stated, I seek full authority but limited responsibility. I think everybody would want that, don't you? Full authority and limited responsibility. That was a motorcycle, if you guys heard it. I don't know if it was our building manager or somebody else. This guy says, what did you take away from the meeting? He's carrying a chair. Alright, so I'll put that down. I'll put it back in our Bible requests. And I'll put that back because we already did those in the Bible reading. So now let's see here. This is for the Bible lesson. Okay. So today we are in the book of Psalms again. This psalm's not too long. Psalm 94. Did that TV go off already? I just turned it on not too long ago. Alright, and the devotion tonight is Isabella Yusico. I don't think we've heard from her in a while. And the Bible verse she picked out of Psalm 94 to go with her devotion tonight is 94:19 of Psalms. And it says, when anxiety was great within me, your consolation brought me joy. Amen. And I have a lot of anxiety. Always have. Speaking of which, an acupuncture point that I seen, like, kind of like right up here in this little triangle part of your ear, they say, on the inside here. They say if you get your ear pierced right there, It helps with anxiety. And my sister showed me one that also helps with migraines. I think it's like down here, underneath that one. So I was thinking about getting them both, doing them myself if I can, because they actually sell earring guns and earrings on Amazon. I really want to do it to see if it works, but I'm also afraid because when I got my regular ears pierced, you know, in the regular spot, when I was like 13, I got keloids because it like runs in our family on my mom's side. My mom gets them, my sister gets them. Just like when I had my surgery on my stomach for my gallbladder, some of the scars keloided over, and I got big keloids there, and some didn't. So I really hate to get keloids, you know, there, but I'd like to see if it helped too. Can't think of anybody that can get to do it for me, so I have to do it myself if I can. My hands are really shaky. Okay, so Psalm 94. Like I said, it's not that long. And let me read it. O Lord, the God who avenges, O God who avenges, shine forth. Rise up, O Judge of the earth. Pay back to the proud what they deserve. How long will the wicked, O Lord, how long will the wicked be jubilant? Because they got the devil on their side. But they'll get their pay, whether it's on earth or in the end. Or both. They pour out arrogant words. All the evildoers are full of boasting. They crush your people, O Lord. They oppress your inheritance. They slay the widow and the alien. They murder the fatherless. They say, the Lord does not see. The God of Jacob pays no heed. I know people like this. That's why Take heed, you senseless ones among the people. You fools, when will you become wise? Does he who implanted the ear not hear? Does he who formed the eye not see? Does he who disciplines nations not punish? Does he who teaches man lack knowledge? The Lord knows the thoughts of man. He knows that they are futile. Blessed is the man you discipline, O Lord, the man you teach from your law. You grant him relief from days of trouble, till a pit is dug for the wicked. For the Lord will not reject his people. He will never forsake his inheritance. Judgment will again be founded on righteousness, and all the upright in heart will follow it. Who will rise up for me against the wicked? Who will take a stand for me against the evildoers? The Lord your Father will. Unless the Lord had given me help, I would soon have dwelt in the silence of death. When I said my foot is slipping, your love, O Lord, supported me. When anxiety was great within me, your consolation brought joy to my soul. Can a corrupt throne be allied with you? One that brings on misery by its decrees? They band together against the righteous and condemn the innocent to death. But the Lord has become my fortress, and my God the rock in whom I take refuge. He will repay them for their sins and destroy them for their wickedness. The Lord our God will destroy them. And that was Psalm 94. Pretty much a reassuring song for the righteous who are getting attacked by the wicked. God is saying, you know, they will pay for what they've done. I got your back. Don't worry. They may not pay for it on this earth, but they'll pay for it in eternity. or maybe they'll pay for it on this earth and in eternity. Because we'll all have to be judged on what we've done, the good and the bad. And why I was like, and stuff like that, by reading this, because I know people like this. So well do I know them in my own family. And I don't want them to go to hell, even though they've done me and Sherm and other people that are very, very close to them. They have been very, very wicked and evil. Not just wicked, but evil to us and them. Just all to benefit themselves. I still do not want them to go to hell. And they don't believe in God, but I pray they do before their time is over on this earth. Or they won't find out to eternity and then it'll be too late. No matter what you try with them, even after big disasters that's happened in our lives, you think that would turn them. And I tried talking about it to them, but it didn't work. A worse thing happens, same thing. But it don't help either. They just find something evil they can do to benefit them from the disaster. And they always get it. It always works. Because they have a devil on their side. Remember, the devil can make you happy while you're on this earth. But don't fall for happiness on this earth from the devil. And everything you want and need from Satan. That'll give it to you. Because your time on this earth is fleeting, like the Bible said. But what you've got to worry about is who can punish your soul, like Jesus said. Not the body, but your soul, because it is eternal. And once you get there, once it's time, no matter how much pleading you do, it will not change where you're going to be. People are used, I can fool anybody. I just put on the tears or whatever because I'm so beautiful and they believe me every time. Well, guess what? God's not like the people on this earth that do that. He knows what's in your heart. He knows what's in your mind. And you cannot fool God. You will pay for it. So you think that'd change, but if God's real, I'll just lie and He'll believe me like I can get everybody else to believe me here on this earth. We'll find out the hard way. And that's sad. I don't want my worst enemy to go to hell. I want them to change, believe in God and go to heaven. I love everybody in the world to change and be good and accept God and go to heaven. But we know that's not happening and not going to happen. They can pretend and fool people on the earth, like the person I'm talking about did as well. But then when they get what they want, they don't believe in God. They never did. They can pretend, but God knows the truth. Alright, let's see what Isabella's devotion is about tonight. With Psalm 94. Moving is never easy. No, it's not. And moving to Florida 2 years ago was extra hard. Apart from the usual stress, it all happened so quickly, leaving little time to process, pack, and plan. I found and made an offer on a house over a weekend, uncertain I was making the best choice. My carefully researched school selection for the two boys fell apart. By the time I got in the car to drive south, my hopeful anticipation had morphed into weary worry. My husband stayed behind to work. Maybe it's not a good idea. Adding exhaustion to anxiety when we arrived, I discovered the long-term hotel room I'd reserved was gross. So I scrambled to find a rental. Thankfully I did, but we had to wait to check in. I took my boys and Bishon, rescue Katie, to a dog beach, fighting the flood of tears and angst I feared would level me. I walked along the beach while Katie and the boys played in the shallow water. I started to question God. Why did we face all these challenges? Was it an omen? Had we made a terrible mistake? Please comfort me, Lord. That's what I was thinking. Maybe God was giving her a sign. This is not right for you all. But maybe he's just saying, stay faithful, be patient. Let's see. My painful pondering was interrupted by my son Pyrrhus. Mommy, Mommy, look what I found. In his hand was a very beautiful, perfectly formed, large whelk seashell. Something you'd buy in a store. I love seashells and felt a sudden sense of joyous relief and deep peace that God was answering my heart's prayer with this beautiful shell. The Airbnb was charming, cheap, and convenient. The house we bought turned out to be perfect. Patience. The boys' new schools were great. Moving to Florida has proven to be one of the best decisions ever. The whelk sits on my dresser, a reminder that God can be trusted. Isabella Yusico. See, God was telling her, this is the right thing. Just have faith and be patient. Now that's hard to do sometimes, isn't it? And let's see, your homework, let's see what she has. If you are in the midst of an overwhelming challenge, look expectantly for creative answers from Jesus. Sometimes the answer is just right under your nose, but you're not looking hard enough. Or you don't think about the little things it could be, but you're looking at the bigger things. Just like her, she thought it was all wrong. It was an omen. But God was saying, just be patient and wait a little while. Things will all work out. Don't be anxious to expect the worst. And I'm really bad about that too. I'm always thinking the worst. I always have, but you know, it's usually because that's how it falls, the worst, because of what people have said or done. But I know God's got our back. Even if it's not right now, it'll be in the end. But he's a wonderful God and a wonderful Father. He's taken great care of us. We've come so far, Sherm and I, so far. And that's with the Lord's help. Without the Lord's help, who knows? You know, it could be a lot worse, or if we turn to the devil, we could have a great life. Like somebody has that I know very, very closely that doesn't believe in God. But you know what? I would rather be homeless again and have God than I would be rich and powerful and have the devil. That's a fact. And we've been homeless before, Sherm and I. Nobody helped us. Nobody on this earth helped us when we were homeless. But God did. We had to wait a little while, be patient. But God did. We never turned our backs on him. It was me, Sherman Dottie, all living in our van. Thank God we had a van to live in that we bought when we got kicked out. So we'd have somewhere to, to sleep, to stay. Okay. And even when we had the chance to get a place, which was by the people, some I'm talking about, it was very, very close to them. one of them who I thought, why would they do this to us? And why would they not want us here? We don't never bother them. But they tried to talk the landlord that they knew into not renting it to us. I was very hurt by that. But thankfully he did not listen to them and let us rent it. And we lived there for many years. I just don't want to talk no more about that. It was a very hard time. So that was our devotion. And now I got this little one for you that we're doing, A Deep Dependence, remember, by Bill Crowder. This one's Dependence Day. Not Independence Day, but Dependence Day. Okay, it says, John 15:1-8. I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do no good thing. John 15:5. Okay, let's read this. In the U.S., the 4th of July is a national holiday when outdoor grills are heated up, beaches are packed, and cities and towns have parades and firework displays, picnics and patriotic celebrations. All of this in remembrance of July 4th, 1776, when the 13 American colonies declared their independence. Independence appeals to all ages. It means freedom from the control, influence, support, and aid of others. So it's not surprising that teenagers talk about gaining their independence. Many adults have the goal of being independently wealthy, and senior citizens want to maintain their independence. Whether anyone is ever truly independent is a discussion for another time and place, but it sounds good. Can you check the time, babe? Craving political or personal independence is one thing. Daring to pursue spiritual independence is problematic. What we need instead is a recognition and acceptance of our deep spiritual dependence. Jesus said, I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. John 15:5. Far from being self-reliant, we are totally and eternally dependent on the one who died to set us free. And I highlighted that. The one who died to set us free.
23.
Oh wow. Every day is our Dependence Day. Our greatest strength comes from dependence on our strong God. Amen. You think I've got time to do the animal devotion? We've got 23, guys. Let's see if we can get this done before 30. Everybody pick that animal. We're going to do this fast. Pick
Dog.
an animal. Bible verse, Exodus 4:8. Then the Lord said, if they do not believe you or pay attention to the first sign, they may believe the second. This is by Devin O'Day, and the title is Gray Doesn't Give Up. Gray was a kitten. It's a kitten, guys. Gray was a kitten that showed up one day wearing a flea collar, which let me know he belonged to someone. I was outside sitting under the carport talking to a friend on the phone when this kitten began meowing to get my attention. I had some canned cat food for my cats in the cupboard outside, so I opened a can for him. He ate fast. This became a nightly ritual, and soon Gray, the name I gave him because he was gray, could just come to the back door and paw at the screen or howl until he got the food he wanted. He is so insistent. When he wants attention or affection, if one way of getting what he wants doesn't work, he tries another. He will not stop until I respond.
25.
I have often wondered if we have dreams and desires that we try to fulfill and give up on if at first we don't get the desired result. For example, have you ever reached out to someone who was too busy at the moment to give you the time you needed? Did you continue to reach out to others for things, or did you quickly give up, blaming yourself for not being enough to get the person to be the friend you needed? Sometimes our lives just get too busy. Insistence is the only way to break through the noise. When we truly seek interaction and connection, we can continue in kindness, patience, and compassion, so that even if we do not get the response we want, we give what we deserve to others. God, please give me guidance on how to persist in love and how not to take things so personally when busy lives get in the way. Amen. And I underline, give what we desire to others. It's always great to do things for others. All right, guys, that was our Bible study for today. I hope it touched your guys' hearts. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Let's bring those souls to Jesus, and God willing, we'll see you guys again tomorrow with another Bible study. Bye, guys. God bless.